By the Montana Television Network. Montana This Morning continues on Montana's News Leader.
Final preparations are underway for the highly anticipated U.S.-North Korea summit. I'm Kylie Atwood in Singapore with what the president hopes to accomplish.
I'm Adair's Bab, and coming up, I'll tell you about a horse who was about to go to the kill pen, but then found a new home.
Good morning to you. Welcome to your Monday. My name is Missy O'Malley. Chet Lehman will have our forecast. Matt Elwell is off today. The stage is set in Singapore for an unusually high-stakes summit between two world leaders. President Trump is meeting with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un on Tuesday. Both arrived in the city on Sunday. CBS's Kylie Atwood reports from Singapore.
President Trump landed in Singapore and met with the Prime Minister there, a day ahead of his historic summit with North Korea's Kim Jong-un. It will be the first time a sitting U.S. president meets with the leader of North Korea. When Mr. Trump landed, he said he felt very good. And about 24 hours before the meeting with Kim, he tweeted, "Great to be in Singapore, excitement in the air." And though the president has said that this would be a get-to-know-you meeting, that would be the first of many.
I think it's a process. I've told you that many times before. I think it's not a one-meeting deal.
He has also warned that he will walk out if he does not feel things are going smoothly. Expectations are high.
It's a one-time shot.
The Trump administration has long said its goal is the complete denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula.
I feel that Kim Jong-un wants to do something great for his people, and he has that opportunity, and he won't have that opportunity again.
Kim Jong-un landed here on Sunday 5 hours ahead of President Trump, and he flew in on a 747 Air China plane, showing off China-North Korea solidarity. This will be a historic meeting, but Susan Rice, National Security Advisor under President Obama, warns that others have cut deals with North Korea only to see them fail.
The problem is that at every turn, the North Koreans would make commitments and then break them. And we need to be mindful that that is, again, what might happen.
Mr. Trump is slated to meet with Kim on Tuesday at 9 a.m. in Singapore. That's 9 p.m. Monday in Washington. Kylie Atwood, CBS News, Singapore.
Now, Democrats took to the morning political shows on Sunday, insisting that the president has wrongly kept them in the dark about preparations for the summit. Chet Lehman joins me now. Chet, you really have a mixed bag of weather we're talking about today.
It's kind of fun stuff. 6:33 on June 11th, 2018. And of course, we're going to open up with this right here. Winter weather advisory. That's what you do on June 11th when the weather guy isn't here. That's in effect until midnight tonight. That Beartooth region, just be on the lookout for that. Current conditions in the 30s, some 40s out there for the most part. A little bit below average, not all that bad considering where we are for this time of the year. Your planner for today will warm it up only into the low 50s. Some breezy conditions this afternoon, 25 to 30 miles an hour in the Bozeman area, maybe as much as 35 miles an hour in the Dillon area. Temperatures in Butte maybe going to hit that 50-degree mark by this afternoon, but take heart, Missy, it will get warmer as this week goes on. Detailed forecast from the Billion Auto Weather Patio, 10 minutes.
Thank you, Chet. Now 6:34 here on your Monday, and the search for a 70-year-old missing boater continued in Missoula yesterday. Efforts included walking along the Clark Fork River, boats searching the river, and drones in the air. At a press conference, Missoula County Sheriff's Office officials told us there were 2 men in the boat on Saturday between Clinton and Tura. The boat caught up and some debris and overturned. Now, one person did make it out. The Sheriff's Office spokeswoman said that the floods contributed to making the waters as dangerous as they are at the moment. She could not stress enough the importance of staying out of the water. The identity of the missing man has not been yet released. And Bozeman commissioners will continue the budget review by looking at the general and community development funds when the group meets tonight. The general fund is used to finance services like police, fire, recreation, and the public library. City manager Andrea Surratt is recommending that the city spends $34 million over the next year, with salary costs accounting for about $22 million. City hopes to add 3 positions to its staff, including an IT administrator, human resource position, and a police officer. The general fund is approved as is. If the fund is approved, the property taxes will increase by 1.6%, with the typical homeowner paying about $5 extra next year. And about a month ago, we reported how Equus is saving Foundation, rescuing about 30 horses that were severely neglected when one of their owners passed away. MTN's Adair's Bab tells us the story of one horse's life that found her new home.
Gosh, it's been great to just watch her, at least with her trust and confidence with us, grow.
Crystal Sharp was devastated earlier this year when one of her 2 horses passed away. The heartbreak was unbearable until the day she met Twilight.
I fell in love then. She was a pretty sweet little thing, and she had a lot for potential. She had a great personality. I mean, yes, she needs a little, she needs some work, but you can see that there's that inherent disposition there. So it's worth the work.
At the end of April, over 40 horses in Gallatin Gateway were severely neglected after their owner unexpectedly passed away. Neighbors and the Equus Safe Foundation stepped in to make sure the horses were not euthanized. Twilight and 18 other horses have already been put in permanent homes since they were rescued last month. Sharp adopted the horse with the goal of one day giving it to her 6-year-old son, Caden, who has already shown Twilight how tasty food can be.
Because whenever she wants a treat and she smells one, she'll just go by and try to get it. And when we give her treats, she just wants more.
Even though it has only been a short amount of time since Twilight has been welcomed into the family, the love is unconditional.
It's definitely a bond, and they are great buddies too.
In Belgrade, Medeiros Babb, MTN News.
Now, there are still 6 horses available for adoption, but the Equus company says the foundation says it will continue to try to find them a forever home. School, singing, and sports. Those are the passions of 14-year-old Tara. MTN's David J. shares this month's awaiting child.
What's your favorite thing about summer?
Swimming. I love swimming.
Really?
Yes.
Tara enjoys some time at the nail salon. She just finished the 8th grade at Lewis and Clark Middle School.
So how was Lewis and Clark?
Oh my God, I loved it so much. I'm so sad I'm not going back.
She will be a freshman at senior high school this year.
I'm kind of nervous. It's a really big school.
Still, she looks forward to learning.
I love school so much. Like, I don't know, I just do. Because I was homeschooled until I was in 5th grade. And I've always loved going to school.
Her favorite subjects are science and math.
Do you have any idea what you want to do after school? For college?
I want to be a lawyer.
Really?
Yeah.
Really excited to hear that you have a plan.
And she's going to sing in the choir at senior.
Varsity already?
Yeah, they just try out.
That's cool.
I literally listen to everything from country all the way to heavy metal.
Do you play an instrument, like guitar? To go with your singing?
Well, I've kind of tried it. I can only play one song on it. I'm better at the piano then.
And she enjoys sports.
I like softball a lot and volleyball.
Tara has not thought that much about what she'd like in a family.
People have been asking me that for almost 3 years, and I'm just I don't know. I guess I'll see when it happens, I guess. I feel I'll just know.
David J., MTN News, Billings.
I love that. Now, to learn a little bit more about Tara or other young children in the program, please call 406-329-1591. It is time for a quick break. Stay with us. Up next, it is our weekly segment Under the Big Sky, and we head to Twin Bridges to have another look at the Winston Rod Company. But first, a look ahead at your headlines at 7 here on CBS.
Good morning, and ahead here on CBS this morning, we're in Singapore with the overnight developments ahead of the U.S.-North Korea summit. And we'll test out new self-driving car technology that can give a human control of the car from miles away in case of an emergency. We'll see you right at 7.